Hello, Matt. Here's your sewer scope from today's inspection. Here we are in that basement bedroom. Always fun to have a clean out. It's right there in the floor of a carpeted bedroom. Lots of protection there. We are cast iron to start out with. Very typical for our area. Um, Typical corrosion here. We're gonna come up to this first bend, start grabbing water right away. Okay, this is that low spot that I talked about. Um, Now, on the way out, it's definitely, um, we're definitely underwater probably for the first, through maybe 27 feet. But then let me show you something that we get up ahead. Um, Cast iron is rough. I mean, it's very rough. And then we've got this little lip right here, and then that wad of toilet paper. So that's what was damming things up a little bit. I mean, it's not anything that can't easily get pushed away, which I just did right there. And then I'll push it again. And then I'll get tired of having that in front of my camera head. So what I'll do is I'll jump up real quick and just flush the toilet. And then basically it's gone. A couple of other points that I want to make. One, as we're pushing forward past that, you'll see the water. So notice how it's flowing right now. That'll be a continuous theme throughout as we're pushing forward. So I flush the toilet. We'll get a rush of water here, but I'm not running any other water as I'm pushing towards the city connection. Sometimes I do. In this case, I didn't. But I just want you to know that we've got flowing water. So I've basically broken things up enough where a lot of this, and you'll see this on the return trip when we come back, they're still holding a bit of water in the beginning of the pipe. My guess is that it's a low spot, but it's not the whatever it is, 10 feet or so, 15 feet that we see initially. There's another spot up ahead that it's holding a little bit of water also, but again, same thing. On the way back, that's completely gone. Um, again, notice the flowing water right now. So a lot of that is letting go. It's still going to be there to a certain degree when we come back. I'll try to knock out as much water as I can, just for the fun of it, before the end of the video. But yeah, the other thing is we've changed from cast iron to this gasketed material. So it's either concrete pipe. They're short lengths, about 5 or 6 feet in length. I could be plastic. I don't necessarily believe that it is. Here's that second section that we're underwater. And again, this is pretty much gone when we come back. So just running my camera head through, just freed up whatever it was that was holding water in there. So we'll stay free and clear up until about 110 feet or so. There's again that rubber gasket connection. Um, Again, it could be, well, it could be a number of materials, but everything looks good here. Smooth walled, not holding anything. Little bit of root growth right here. Okay. The other thing, you'll start to see buildup on the bottom of the pipe. That's where the water is going to be. Obviously, the water is going to be on the low side of the pipe. You'll start to see a little bit of buildup, like right here. You'll notice that there's almost like a little bit of a canal right there, or yeah. So just a little bit of a trench was what I was trying to think of on the sides. That'll progress. More roots right there. Okay, so and then again, that's all root growth, and that's the transition to clay. So notice the reddish color, vitreous clay pipe. So now we're in clay, holding some material right there, a little bit of root growth. Not terrible as we push on past there. That's just a little bit here too as well. As we get further along, we'll get underneath the street. And then obviously there's no trees in the middle of the street, so there'll be less opportunity for roots to grow in. The big unknown, like we talked about earlier today, is how quickly the roots grow back. Here's the city connection. No issues getting to this point. Again, with the exception of that low spots in the beginning of the pipe, everything is flowing, and it's still flowing relatively freely right now. A really great piece of information is if the sellers have information on when the last time the pipe was cleaned. And that'll give you kind of at least the starting point to figure out how often you're going to need to readdress the pipe. If you can't get that information, I would probably wait somewhere between 6 to 12 months and then do it again, or have the line cleaned. And then again, after that, you'll probably want to come back 18 months or so, and then you'll get kind of a good handle. And over the years, you'll get really good at knowing that, okay, yep, it's time to clear this out. I'm gonna keep pulling back. There'll be a couple of pauses here and there where I'm not moving backwards. That's me just swapping out some cleaning wipes and paper towels. I clean off my cable as I pull it back, so don't worry if I've paused. And then again, take note of how it's holding less water on the way back. Feel free to watch the entire return trip. Reach out to me with any questions, or if you need some direction on whatever. Good luck to you.